I'm a big fan of Godox. And if it's supposed to be Godox, sorry, it's Godox. And they do some really cool things. They make these very small lights that put out a lot of light. And if that wasn't enough, they have a pretty easy little app. And on their app, you can control all the lights individually. So I can be looking through the camera or monitoring what I'm seeing on the camera. I can make small changes, and it's pretty cool. Okay, so one of these is the main light, which is going to be up here, and I think it's a 100 BI. And what that means is you can choose the temperature of the light, being that it's going to be warmer or cooler. Like right now I'm running that at 5600. If I do a dramatic shift to 3200, yeah, very different look, right? But if I take the main light out, this is what it looks like. Yeah. Now you probably saw I didn't go dark. That means I have other lights in the scene. Like the ones on the side here are these like color wands. They're just a single RGB color, but I can change that color to something else. So if I turn them off, you're going to see it's not too dramatic. Yeah. If I come up here, I'm going to make one of these a red color. See if you can see the difference. Right? If you can't see the difference, let me make the other one the red color. Yeah. So now we're really rocking the red. I'm going to bring it back to where it was at before, just because I don't really want red on my face. Okay, so now you've seen the side light. What about my fill light? Because you have a main light that's off like 45 degrees. So it's going to cast a shadow on this side of my face. You don't really want something that's going to make it all the same. You do want some contrast. But if I go to the fill light, take this one out. Okay, now you can see the difference. Again, I'm able to control it all with an app, which is super cool. And then the last one I have is actually another light that is just shooting at the back wall. If I don't have that going, I think I call this one rim. Maybe just turn this one off. Yeah? So all this kind of brings the scene together. I have a couple of little accent lights that aren't putting out so much light themselves. They maybe are like motivation lights. One of them, this little one behind me here, it is yellow when you turn it on, and then it changes to blue sometimes, and sometimes even other colors. But there's not really a controller on it to change that. So it's kind of a surprise when it does what it does. This one over here, it has kind of a weak light bulb that I can change the color of it, but it's not really that important. Oh, yeah. Color. I almost left this out. That rim light that I just turned off can change colors. It's also a 100, just like the series of the main light, but it is one of those that you can choose any of the colors you can imagine. Like right now, it's kind of bluish, but if I want it to be pink, or I want it to be red, well, that's more of an orange, right? Okay. There you go. Keep in mind that my background is blurred, so you're not getting a whole lot of detail anyway. But now you can see the color difference between this and like I wore an orange shirt on purpose. So I'm not really going to put orange, orange, orange on all the lights and everything else. That'd be a very boring scene. But yeah, so all I'm really saying with all of this is that, ooh, that's a little bit too much. Let me come back up. Yeah, about right there. Okay, now when I look at my camera and I see it kind of washing out like that, what I'll do is I will turn the light off and then turn it back on. And then the camera can adjust its little eyeball a little bit better. Godox lights, I find them very useful. And if you are like me, where you kind of want to just get into place, look at what the camera sees, make small adjustments, it's very, very easy. So the other part about Godox lights, I think they do have ones that cost quite a bit, but the ones I got don't. compared to lights of their class for what they can do and how long they're going to last, they don't cost much at all. So if you're on a budget, just use what you have to start with. And then you could add things as your efforts and your channel grows. I might have done it the wrong way in this sense, but I set aside some money that I said, okay, this is what I'm trying to do. And then as I did my research, I'm adding little pieces of equipment